Coming up on Hayden and Mark's Travels, we dish the juicy verdict on last night's immersive Le Petit Chef dining experience, where tiny animations took over our table and almost stole our food. We also take a peaceful swim in the Airlie Beach Lagoon to relax and, of course, keep an eye out for any rogue crocs. Back on the ship, we admired the rainbow-coloured lights on the pool deck and pretended we were on a cosmic disco cruise whilst plotting our Great Barrier Reef adventure aboard the Celebrity Edge. Laughter, surprises, and a little mischief guaranteed.
Wow, we've had a lovely day, haven't we?
Oh, we've had another really great day, yeah.
So today is day 5, isn't it? It's Sunday. And we woke up in the Whitsundays.
Yes, we did.
Which is lovely. But let's tell you about last night since we last spoke. So last night we went for pre-dinner drinks, didn't we?
We did.
We went to the Sunset Bar, which is right at the back of the ship. And yeah, so it's lift.
Well, it was Valentine's Day as well,
Yes.
so it was quite interesting because when we got in the lift after we got ready, everyone that was in the lift was wearing red.
That's right.
So Mark and I had our red clothes on, and everybody in the lift did. And we were all like, "Oh my god!" And it was just a common theme, wasn't it, for the whole
Yeah, everyone was wearing
night?
red.
Everyone was wearing red.
They like themes, don't they?
They do.
On cruises.
Yeah.
So yeah, everyone was just naturally wearing red. So we had drinks at the Sunset Bar, which was lovely because there was hardly anybody there. There was only about 3 or 4 couples, and it was just a balmy, lovely night, and the ocean was dead calm, wasn't it? And it was just beautiful. So that was our new favourite last night. I think we're probably going to do the same again tonight, aren't we?
Maybe, I don't know. I mean, potentially it was quite. What I loved about it was just like we got a break from all the other cruises because it just get a bit overwhelming when you're surrounded by so many people all the time.
Exactly. It's nice to have a bit of breath of fresh air
Yeah.
away from the crowds, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And it was just beautiful. Yeah, it really was.
And it was interesting, wasn't it? Because the bottles on the shelves behind us, like it's almost like the bar had prepared for our arrival because it had Maker's Mark. That was one bottle.
I think that was a whiskey, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's a whiskey, yeah.
And then what was that one for me? Something Hayden?
Something Hayden, which was also a whiskey.
Was it?
But there was two alcoholic drinks lined up on the back shelf. One was called Mark, something Mark, and the other one was called something Hayden, and they were next to each other.
Yeah, in the same
It
position.
was all aligned. It's quite funny, yeah.
And then there was the what's it called? The life buoy thing. You know, the ring.
Oh yeah, because the ship's registered in Valletta, so it has the Maltese flag on the front, but all the life aids also have Celebrity Edge Valletta written on them because obviously they always mention where it's registered. And yeah, so that's another little omen, isn't it?
Yeah, we thought,
We feel a little bit at home.
We do, yeah. It's like it's destiny.
This boat's Maltese. I'm like that. I'm going to be as well soon. Yeah, so lovely drinks. That was nice.
Yeah,
then
and he went and got us a special bottle of wine.
he was good, wasn't he? Because we've told him that we do not like the New Zealand white wine, and so we don't want that. So he ended up finding somebody to go and find the bottle that we wanted somewhere else on the ship and then bring it down for us. So we dreaded to check our room bill just in case it's cost us an absolute fortune because we actually had the whole bottle. He kept pouring it for us, so we drank it all, as we do. Yeah, so that was nice.
And we checked out the rooftop restaurant as well. We might go and have a meal there as well, mightn't we?
I think so.
And all the lights are on up there at night, like on the pool deck. So we got some beautiful shots, didn't we, of like all the different coloured lights.
Yeah. No, it was. And, you know, again, we'd seen other people's YouTube videos where they were filming at night, saying that the lights were lovely on all the different decks, and we went and did a bit of filming for that, didn't we?
Yeah.
So that's all to upload as well, and we do the Hayden and Mark's Travels episodes. So that will be good. And then we had dinner. So we went for a specialty restaurant last night. So we went to the Grand Bistro, and there was a special event called Le Petit Chef. So the bistro is French inspired, which we thought was quite nice, and we fancied a change, didn't we? So we booked ourselves in there. Do you want to explain exactly how it works?
Yeah, well, it was interesting because I sort of didn't really know what to expect, but when you look at the table, you can sort of see like red, green, blue sort of flashing sort of lights around the plate. And so it's a projection that comes down from above onto the table, and it does this animated figure. What's he called?
Le Petit Chef.
Le Petit
The
Chef.
little chef.
The little chef, and he's doing all these little activities to bring the food onto the plate. So, for example, like the first course, I had a tomato salad, and he was like digging up the garden, and he was like pulling all these like tomatoes out the ground and different vegetables, and they were all landing on the plate. And it was just very clever, and he had his own little personality as well. He kept like getting stuck in different places. Like when we went on to the second course, a lot of people got this fish soup.
Bouillabaisse.
Yeah, and he got trapped inside the mussel, didn't he?
Yeah, inside the clamshell. Yeah, and got attacked by a lobster, and so it's really quite funny. It was just an animated cartoon of him preparing your food, and then literally once he's finished, they switched it then and put the plate down that looks pretty much the same.
Yeah.
So it was very, very cleverly done, and there was 4 courses there, wasn't there?
Yeah, and our favourite course was the lobster. It was beautiful. It was better than we've ever had. We had lobster when we went to the Maldives when we first got together.
That was the most memorable lobster we'd had.
Yeah.
And it
until
was
that
always
point.
the most memorable up until last night.
And it wasn't as refined as what we got last night, and I was really surprised because it came with this lovely beurre blanc sauce, and it wasn't too big, and it, like the lobster came really easily out of the shell. It's always a good sign, isn't it? And it was just so delicious.
Yeah, it was lovely, and they made us also share a filet mignon at the same time.
Yeah.
So they put one of those in the middle. So on cruises, you've probably found, if you've travelled on them yourselves, that they like to load you up with extra plates of food, even if you haven't asked for them.
Yeah.
So yeah, they'll always give you like an extra main that you can share because they want you to try it, and you can't say no. And yeah, we managed it. And then our dessert was, I had rice pudding, which was lovely because it had lots of fruits with it and things. And you had yours was an ice cream, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a sundae, and it had peanuts.
Like a deconstructed one,
Wasn't it? Yeah. But then we also both had a chicken Caesar salad in between all of that as well.
Oh, yeah.
So the food itself there was plenty of it, and it was really good. So we were very impressed with that, weren't we?
Yeah, so it was a nice little thing to do last night on Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
Rather than just eating one of the main dining rooms, we decided to try one of the specialty restaurants, do something different. And then, as we mentioned, then when we woke up this morning, it was Sunday, and we were in the Whitsundays, and it's beautiful. It reminds us of Fiji, to be fair, because you've got about 74 islands that make up the Whitsundays.
Archipelago.
So the archipelago. And obviously we found ourselves just sort of nestled surrounded by all these very lush green, fertile, rainforesty islands. And it just reminded us of Fiji.
And the guy on the tannoy, that I think was the captain, or one of his companions, said that, we're really lucky because nowhere else in Queensland had any sun today.
Oh, that was on the tender, the guy on the tender boat, wasn't it?
Wasn't it?
He said, yeah, you've turned the weather on because everywhere else in Queensland is raining today.
Yeah, so we got the colours, we got the beautiful, it was like almost like an emerald green ocean, wasn't it?
It's beautiful, yeah, it really is. And so the striking colours of the islands sort of emerging from the water, with just covered in rainforest.
Beautiful. I've been here before.
So green.
I actually came to Airlie Beach when I was in my late 20s. I think I told you this on the previous video. I boycotted my mum's honeymoon, and it was. I honestly didn't remember it, to be fair. It looked similar but different in some sort of way. But I did go past Daydream Island on the tender. It was one of the ones that we sort of went past, and I always wanted to go back there. But we didn't get a chance to do that today, to actually go to the island, did we?
No, because of where we docked as well, we had to tender in, so we ended up on a 10-minute, 15-minute tender crossing, and then there was another 10 to 15-minute coach at the other side to take us from the marina down to the Airlie Beach Hotel, was where they wanted to sort of base us, because obviously that's sort of in the little commercial area, and there's the beaches, but interestingly they've got the lagoon there, the Airlie Beach Lagoon. So with much of tropical North Queensland, for those who don't know, between November and about May is the wet season, and also it's the season that brings the things in the water that generally want to kill you.
Like the box jellyfish.
So you've got the really deadly box jellyfish and stingers. So yeah, they are deadly. So you either have to completely stay out of the water, or you should wear protective clothing that you can, you know, if you're doing water sports or anything like that.
We did pass some people that were in the water though,
wearing,
didn't we?
yeah, like a wetsuit that's a stinger suit. Interestingly, yeah, that, you know, I don't know if it was people off the cruise ship, it probably was, who were just straight in the ocean, and we're just thinking, oh my goodness,
what
you know,
doing?
There's crocodiles, there's jellyfish, you know, and everything wants to kill you here. And there's big signs on the beach that are saying, you know, these are the deadly ones to avoid.
Don't go in the water.
Don't go in the water. But in they went, and you know, I hope they've lived to tell the tale. We shall see. We've departed, so whether there's a few less people on here, we don't know.
They'll just find a pair of budgie smugglers.
Yeah. But we went for a walk along the ocean front, and then we came across the Airlie Beach Lagoon. And basically, the Shire have created this beautiful swimming pool.
It's gorgeous.
For I think it's seawater as well,
Yeah.
minus any jellies. And it's
massive.
full of lifeguards. It's surrounded by lovely, you know, grassy knolls and little hills and areas that people can lay down and
Cafes.
sunbathe and relax. And it's a huge, huge pool. And there's no admission charge. So you just walk in the pool you go, you know, and everybody was, you know, lots of people from the edge, and also lots of people that were visiting the area were there as well. We did well with that because we got there quite early.
We were delighted with
before it was too busy, and we had a good couple of hours there, and we were swimming there, and it was just really lovely, wasn't it?
It's a really brilliant place for like the community to come together. So it gives, you know, people who either holiday there or live there like a place to go.
Wonderful facility where they don't have to pay. And of course it keeps them safe because nobody wants anybody to get stung by jellyfish. So it'd be bad for tourism.
Yeah.
So, you know, you can see why they've done it.
Yeah, of course.
And you know, and the people love it. And it's very well looked after. And it's full of lifeguards who are doing an excellent job because they were telling, you know, the parents, look, you know, if your child's between this age and this age, you've got to keep them within arm's distance of you. So there's none of this, you know, their actual announcement is, parents, these are your children, not ours. Get off your phones and look after your kids.
There was quite a lot of kids in there. There were some kids swimming really close to us with their parents, and yeah, you just, you know, you could see the potential hazard because even when I went swimming,
It's very
you know,
deep. It's 2 meters. Yeah.
And you get a bit tired quite quickly, you know, and then you have to sort of look back to make sure you've got a space to get out of it if you need to, because there's like a ledge, isn't there, when you get close to the sides that you can rest on, and if there's people there, then you kind of feel like, well, where am I going to go to be able to get out?
Yeah, you always need to be able to put your foot down somewhere and know it was that deep that you couldn't, you had to swim back. But it was really lovely, and we did spend a couple of hours there because it was so hot today, and the humidity up here, being obviously tropical North Queensland, is really, really high. You can really feel it. It's quite tiring, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's really quite tiring. So we spent a couple of hours just in that water, staying cool, and then we dried off and walked back down through the town, didn't we?
We had a smoothie.
Had ourselves a lovely smoothie. Now, I'm not a fan, but that was really delicious.
It was tropical fruit.
So sour? Was it sour?
It was, well, sweet and sour,
Sweet,
really.
yeah.
But it was passion fruit, pineapple,
orange, and something or other, something else.
And it was lovely. It was just so thick, and it was almost like a slushy, wasn't it? It was gorgeous.
It was really, really refreshing. Just what we needed because it was so hot. And then we walked back, and we got back on the coach, and then back on the tender, back to the ship, had some lunch. And we were naughty today, had a glass of wine as well with our lunch.
Yeah, we had a nice curry. The buffet is surprisingly good. I think we said yesterday, the buffet is so good.
And we're not buffet people,
No.
but because this is right next to the pool,
Yeah.
it sort of makes sense to utilise it because it's just there. Or you can go in and you can get plates and you can bring them out and have them at your sunbed. So depending on what you're having, we ate in today. It's always really busy.
There's
It's
just so
always really
much
busy. I
choice
don't know how
in there.
people can pack all this food away, honestly.
I know. And then when we went back to the pool, like I fell asleep. We managed to get a place where I'm right by the side of the pool.
Yeah, umbrella.
But I was like zonked, and so I slept for a lot of that. But then when we woke up, people were having their sundowners, weren't they? And
2 at a time.
Everyone had like a cocktail in their hand.
2.
Yeah. All these different colours. Like there was these blue ones and these orange ones and red ones, and you know, everyone had big smiles on their faces, obviously, as you would. But it's
There'll be a few headaches this evening.
yeah, it's quite a bit of a booze cruise, isn't it?
I think a lot of, especially the Australians, can pack away a few drinks, can't they? And you know, we've been known to do it on other cruise,
God, yeah.
the other cruise that we did. But we're not so much into the cocktails on this particular one. They're a little bit more potent
They are a bit more potent.
and a bit syrupy.
Yeah, Yeah, they're not
It's
as
just personal
refined.
taste.
They're not as refined.
It's personal taste, isn't it? So we've been sticking to wine, and
So we're not judging anybody who was doing
no,
it.
not
because
at all.
We can
that
do
was
that.
us last cruise. I don't drink cocktails.
Yeah.
Or hadn't done.
Yeah, I've
even
gone
I
off
was.
them.
Yeah, we've gone off.
Gone off them a little bit.
now.
I think I OD'd on the Sun Princess.
So yes. So that was today. We had a couple of hours by the
Yeah.
pool, a little snooze. We come back now, had our showers.
And what we're doing tonight?
Well, we're going to go and have some pre-dinner drinks, and then there is a show at 7. Because we're eating later, because we're finding that it's better for us in the sense of that, you know, the dining rooms are a bit quieter. So we're sort of going in at about 8:30. So there's a show. I think it's comedian and magic. At 7.
We've not actually seen the show.
No. So we could nip down to the theatre after we've had a drink.
Yeah.
And go and see what's on, and then sort of do it in reverse order, because we always find that by going for dinner later, by the time we've finished, we've missed the show, and it just leaves the club. So we don't want to be in the club every night. We're not that sort of person. So
I think once is enough.
yeah, yeah. So we'll try and see a show.
But we're going to go to Cyprus for dinner.
The restaurant,
Yeah.
it's called Cyprus. So it's Greek inspired, isn't it? We haven't done that one yet.
And then tomorrow we arrive in Yorkie's Knob, which is our sort of spot to be able to go and explore Cairns, which I'm really excited about. So we are going to go to Cairns, but we've got a massage booked as well at 3 o'clock tomorrow, a couples massage, haven't we?
Yeah, so the Cairns stop is a 2-day stop, so we're stopping overnight there as well. So we've actually got the best part of 2 days there. So it gives us a chance to get off and go and explore, but also to have some time on board. That's when we're going to have our massages as well. So that would be nice.
Yeah.
And we'll probably do another specialty restaurant tomorrow, potentially.
Yeah, where do you think?
Well, we might, depending on what the weather forecast is, we might stay on the roof,
Oh, that would be nice.
do the rooftop grill
That would be nice.
tomorrow. Because I think tomorrow is the white party. It's the deck party, because we're in port. I think the party's outside tomorrow.
Oh, cool.
It's the white night,
Oh, right, okay.
I think.
I don't know.
I saw it in the group. Well,
I might have to.
after dinner we can come and I've got a white. I want to wear a white t-shirt.
You've got your white shirt.
No, that's a smart shirt. I can't wear that with shorts. You can wear it.
What, your white shirt?
You can wear the white shirt if you want to.
wear it.
Because I'll wear short. I've only got white shorts, so I'd have to get changed after dinner
Okay.
into my white shorts and white t-shirt, so that I'm correctly
We'll figure
attired.
it out. We'll figure it out.
And then we'll see. I mean, we might.
You
make
don't
our
have to
way.
be concerned about
This
it.
is for tomorrow. This is just us pre-planning.
Yeah, don't worry about us. We'll work it out, won't we?
But yeah, we shall see.
All right then, guys. Well, we'll love you and leave you. See you in the next video.
Yeah. Have a good night.
Bye for now.
Bye.
Next time on Hayden and Mark's Travels, we're dropping anchor at Yorkie's Knob for a whole 2 days of Cairns adventures. But first, we're taking do absolutely nothing very seriously, soaking up the sun, swimming, melting into the jacuzzi, and even indulging in a couple of hot stone massages at the spa. Then we're tasting our way through the ship with a meal at Cyprus, one of the included restaurants, before laughing our way through a musical comedy show in the theatre. So grab your sunnies, your sense of humour, and get ready to sail with us. It's going to be sun, fun, and a splash of indulgence. Bye for now.